Hi chums, right, we're in the greenhouse today and I'll just kind of do a leisurely tour around here and show you what I've been at. It looks a bit more like what you're maybe used to seeing, so I'll do a quick pan round and then I'll show you what we've done. So I've got the tomatoes up on a shelf here because of this wall in the background to get them up into the light. Tomatoes along there, and then we've got more stuff along this side and tomatoes. And more tomatoes, and those are spares along the back, and look at the difference in colour between those and those that have been replanted a week ago. So I'm going to start over here to make it easy for myself, so that I don't keep calling Scott Eric. I've got his name on the plants here. These are tomatoes that Scott sent me, and these are part of the sort of championship of the universe sort of growing comparison thing. So those are Juliet, and we've got Boxcar Willie over here, and then at the end I've got one of my own here. That's Luciola, which is a small pear type, a plum type tomato for sauces. It's a beautiful tomato. We use it in salads, but I also use it to make spaghetti sauce and stuff. Now I can't get into this like some of the guys in America with the Roma tomatoes and like huge crates and crates and crates of tomatoes, and they make gallons of sauce. I make maybe a couple of pints, but it's a bit different for putting on your pizza or as a base for a casserole or something, and you can say it's out of your own garden. Right, this is something I'm doing different this year. I'm putting the tomatoes into buckets above the ground. Now the reason for this is because I have a very high water table here. The water is just slightly below the soil level here. So I've noticed that putting stuff into the ground here, it doesn't tend to do as well as the stuff in the buckets. So I decided that this year I was going to raise them up. Now, the guy who inspired me to do this was Dave from Dave's Allotment. I put a link down below to Dave's Allotment. It's a very good channel, and you'll get some good tips there. But Dave does the same thing. He takes the bottom out of pots and then plants the tomatoes above the ground. Now the reason I'm doing it is twofold. The main reason is because you can direct nutrients straight into the bucket, and you know they're getting it, and then water around the outside. So there's two different types of roots, and the feeding roots will get the nutrients and the water gathering roots will get the water, so you can sort of control your feeding more. Now I want to show you something that I have used in the past. We'll just nip out here and get one. These boys here, they're a grow bag. You put them into a grow bag. You can see the little teeth in the bottom there, and you put them in. There's a snail in there. Ooh, snail. And then the same principle. You feed through the top and you water through the sides here with my fingers waving about. But I haven't had great success with those, and I think it's because they're too small. They might work in a grow bag situation, but I've only ever used them in the ground here, and they're not tall enough to get the plants out of the water. So then I was watching Dave and saw him with his buckets with the bottom cut out, so I thought, that's what I'm doing this year. So we've got along here, now these are another friend gave me some tomatoes, Gardener's Delight and Elsa Craig, Malachi gave me those. So I'm having a bit of a competition with him. He doesn't know he's having a competition with me, but he will shortly, because I'm trying to outdo his tomatoes down at his house, which is just about a mile away. So there's nothing like a bit of friendly rivalry to keep things interesting, you know. So I've got that. In between I've got some marigolds, which are Scots marigolds, and hispy cabbages. I've no room outside, so I thought I'll stick the hispies in here and see how they go. It might be too warm, I don't know. And then here we've got sugar baby, look, Scott again, sugar baby watermelons. Those were in one pot, and I didn't want to separate them because melons and cucumbers and gourds and stuff are very sensitive to getting the roots the roots interfered with or moved. So I just plant them together, and then I'll kill the one that doesn't do best. Over here we've got a cucumber called Mini Munch. Those are the little ones about 3 inches long. And there's some spinach down there. I don't know if I like spinach or not, but Gary Entropy grows it and he likes it. And he's got a great story about how he got to like it, about starving half to death in Greece and having to eat wild spinach to stay alive. But I decided to try spinach, and it's kind of overgrown a bit, but it's a bit of a disaster actually, because I should have moved it ages ago. But give me a wee taste, see what it's like. Those are just spares over there, and then this is the basil that someone bought in a supermarket and transplanted into pots. You can see what's happening here. Flowers coming on it, so I don't know if I'm going to do that again or not. And here's some there's more sugarberry watermelons. These ones here are waiting for a friend to pick up, and I've got some cayenne and different peppers there. There's the one Scott sent me there, and I can't remember the name. It's pimento de nayed or something, like I call it pimento de nayed, but that's probably a bit wrong. And these are the lettuces that I just grow in the pots, and as you can see, they do the very best. It's a cost type lettuce, it's little gem or something it's called. And it actually grows a bit bigger in the pots. And that's stock there, which is supposed to be out, but once again, no. Then over here I've got Scott's watermelons again, and Hispy cabbages. These are French beans called Cobra, and they are so healthy. And as you can see, they're almost up to the roof. So I had to put these canes in today. You can see the canes across there for them to grow across. This is Dan from Allotment Diary, and this is his idea, so I'm going to copy that. And over here I've got 2 cucumbers I haven't grown before called Burpless. I tend to grow two cucumbers a year, one that I know and one that I don't know. So I've never done this Burpless one before, so I'm going to try it. Down here, these are Scots again, and you can see that they're coming on. They're small. That's only about 4 inches high, but they're coming there. And over here we've got melons. Now melons are something I've never grown before, and I really wanted to have a go at. So I've got 3 melons going here. I'm going to have to work out what to do, because there's a lot of runners coming off, and I think you keep 1 litre. I'm not too sure about that, but I'll look that up and see what happens, you know. These are more cucumbers here that wouldn't get picked up. Now Dale, these are Dale's peppers that he sent me that I can't pronounce. I think he said ayi dulce. I can't remember exactly. He told me how to pronounce it, and I can't see it in my mind. But it's about 3 inches high, but it's healthy looking, you know. So hopefully that'll be okay. And then this one here is Gary. Gary Myrtle sent me this one. It's a bird's eye chili, and it's the only one that did well out of the whole lot. There's another one down there, but as you can see, it's not great. That's my own basil there, and it's doing better than the stuff that someone bought in the supermarket and stuck in. Now here we've got Lucciola here, and spare peppers at the back, Lucciola, and what's this one here? This is Lucciola again. That's the sort of plum tomato. This one's Gardener's Delight, and this is Scott's Indigo Rose, and another Indigo Rose here from Scott. And then over here, look at, see that one there? Isn't that one there just asking to be trenched? You can see the way it's growing and up again. So it's going in, I'm going to put it into a box this afternoon and trench it and see what happens. And then we've got Scott, big beef hybrid there. That's another big beef hybrid. And then Cherokee Purple, that's my own too there. And down here I've got some gourds, snake gourds and different things, and Caveman's Club to give those a go. They have to go out. And then up here, something I'm very pleased with. I've got tomatoes that are growing well up in the baskets. Now last year when I did this, I made a mistake. In the bottom here, I cut a circle of plastic to act as a little moat and keep water in the basket. But what it did was, the roots grew down into the moat and rotted, and the tomatoes didn't do. The other thing that I did as well was, I put 3 tomatoes into each basket. This time I've put 1 in, and as you can see, they're doing really, really well. These are called Tumbling Tom. Hundreds and thousands. They're a tumbling tomato, and eventually this will come over the side and droop down, and hopefully there'll be tomatoes dripping down here, and then there'll be beans all over here. So that should be okay. So I'm quite pleased with. I'll just go down here and show. There's a disaster here in the corner, as you can see. I've been so busy potting stuff up, I just basically dropped the pots at my, at my backside and walked away. I hadn't time to do it, but 10 or 15 minutes will clean that up. And then if we look from here, you can see it is looking kind of tidy, you know. The marigolds are all Scots marigolds. I have to put some more on the right hand side. Haven't got those in yet because I want to get that kind of finished. But it doesn't look like it. There's a lot of work there because I mix these batches up. They're all made exactly the same. 2 parts cow manure, 4 parts tomato grow bag, and 2 parts compost, and 2 parts vermiculite, or 3 parts vermiculite. So I make the mix all the same, so I can see what happens between the different plants and how they're doing, you know. But that's that. So there you go, folks. That's my greenhouse, and it's a strange day today. It's about 16 degrees, but it's very dull. It's what is it, 19? It's 19 in here. What's that? That's about 65. I'll just see if I can change that. I can just change it. It's not working. My 2 boys are... No, it's not changing. My 2 thermometers are dead, I think. I got a year out of them, but they were cheap off eBay, so I'll get another couple. And I got my grass cut. I'm very pleased about that because that was something that was kind of annoying me, you know. So I've got it down to number 5 now, which is where I keep it at. And as you can see, it's kind of tidy the place up a bit, but I've got a lot of work. I've got a lot of work to do along this side and across the front. But we'll get there. We'll have a whole lot of work to do everywhere, you know. But all this stuff along the hedge here, the buttercups and that, I'll just trim those out and then go over the mower and lift it on. So that's it, folks. All right. So this is the 21st of June, longest day here, and it's a dull day, and I'm hoping to get out tonight at midnight to show you that light on the horizon thing. It hasn't been good this last couple of nights. It's been clear during the day and then got cloudy, and last night was really dull, and you couldn't see. It looked like dusk, but you couldn't see the light on the horizon thing, you know, so it wasn't very worth filming. So I'll try tonight, and I'll just keep going this next couple of nights until we get a clear night to show you what the effect it is. Okay, so there you are, folks. I'm going to do another video now on stropping, so I'll be back later. Okay, all the best now. Bye bye.